Hey, remember this video where I explained how to use mouse and keyboard on Vigor, and I basically told you to buy this piece of shit? Well, you can forget all about that. Because today I'm going to show you how to properly use mouse and keyboard on Vigor. Now this is quite an elaborate setup, so stick with me. Starting things off, you're gonna need to download reWASD or reWASD. This little program is gonna emulate an Xbox controller while using mouse and keyboard. And yes, you can use any mouse and keyboard. Any kind of mouse and keyboard will work with this method. So when you're on the website reWASD.com, a link down in the description, simply go over to the How to Use tab and then select the controller that you are using. I'm currently using an Xbox Elite controller. Now this also works for regular Xbox controllers. There's DualShock 4, DualShock 3, Steam controllers, Switch Pro. There's a fucking GameCube controller right there. If you somehow manage to make Vigor work on a GameCube, go ahead. But select your controller and then simply click download. Now when you do click download, you're gonna see this screen right here, rapid fire, and don't jump the gun just yet. I'm gonna talk about this later in the video. But when the executable is done downloading, simply go ahead and run it. There we go. And agree and install. And then when it's done installing, you're gonna have to restart your PC. So I'm gonna quickly go ahead and do that. Now that you've restarted your PC, and yes, you are gonna need a PC for this, or a computer rather, whether it be a laptop or a PC, it really doesn't matter. We're gonna open up reWASD by clicking the icon right here. Now, when you first open it up, you're gonna get greeted by this little advertisement. Just go ahead and get it out of here. Then we're in the program itself. Now we're gonna need to select our keyboard and our mouse. So it's already detecting my keyboard right here, which is the MSI GK50 low profile gaming keyboard. So I'm gonna select that. Do not use detection mode, because for some reason detection mode doesn't detect your mouse as being an actual mouse, but it's gonna detect it as another keyboard, and you won't be able to use your mouse, which is weird. So just, don't use detection mode. Just select the keyboard when it's asking for a keyboard, hit submit, and then down here on the left side, you see this little icon right there with a question mark. Select that, and then it's going to ask for the mouse, which is my MSI GM20 Elite mouse. Very good mouse. I like it a lot. So just click the mouse icon, hit submit, and now you've got your little mouse right here. Now to make configuring your keybinds a little bit easier, we're going to group the mouse and the keyboard together by clicking the little icon on the bottom left right here, group with other devices. You got the mouse right here, then click on the little drop down right here and select your keyboard, hit save, and then close. There you go. The mouse and the keyboard are now grouped together. Now, before we can actually remap all of our inputs, we need to select a program that reWASD is going to work with. And the way we're going to use our mouse and keyboard in Vigor is by broadcasting or streaming our console to our PC. Now, for Xbox, that'll be Xbox Console Companion. And for PlayStation, it's going to be PlayStation Remote Play or something. I'm not really sure. I don't have a PlayStation. I'm sure all of you PlayStation users know exactly what I'm talking about. So go ahead and launch that. I'm just gonna go quickly over here, type Xbox Console Companion, and just open it up. So now that the Xbox Console Companion, or for PlayStation users, PlayStation Remote Play or something like that, we have it open, go back to reWASD, hit the little icon on the top right, choose a game, and then click add. For PlayStation, it's already there. I'm not sure if this works or not, so I would just use add and then give it a little name, Xbox Console Companion, and then click add. Now our interface has changed, but before we can do anything else, we need to make sure that the application is actually listed. And we're going to do that by clicking associated apps, and then we can either add the .exe file, which in Windows is going to be looking for a needle in a haystack. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to select add active processes because I know what the Xbox Console Companion process is called. It's all the way down at the bottom. It's Xbox app. Now, again, I don't know what it is for PlayStation. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out for yourself. Just like Google it or something, or even open Task Manager. Here, I'll show you. Open up Task Manager, and it's going to be right there, Xbox Console Companion. Hit the little drop-down menu, right-click on Console Companion, and then go to Details. And there you go. It's called Xbox app.exe. And that's how I know what it's called. Simply hit the little check mark, hit OK, and then save. And now reWASD is actually working with Xbox Console Companion, and we can use our mouse and keyboard through Xbox Console Companion onto the Xbox itself. I'm just gonna maximize the screen so it's a little easier to see. Now we can actually start remapping all of our inputs. And I'm gonna start up with the keyboard because it's a lot easier to explain. If you want to add a custom keybind, simply hit add, and then the left side is all the inputs for your keyboard, and the right side is for all the inputs on your controller. You don't need to turn on your console at this point. You don't need to turn on your controller at this point. You can all leave them off. I got my controller right here. See, it's turned off. You don't need to do any of that. I'm going to start off by mapping WASD to move around. So simply click the little drop down menu, hit the W on your keyboard, leave it as it is, or you can, oh my God, what am I doing? Or you can just click that or leave it as it is. And then on the right side on the drop down menu, you see all these kinds of inputs. You can see the mouse, you can see the keyboard, and I don't want to be scrolling down. So I'm going to quickly deselect the keyboard, the mouse, and whatever this is. This is a list includes commands. I don't know. I don't even know how commands work on a console, but I'm just going to deselect that. So now only the Xbox or the console icon is highlighted. So now when we click in the drop down menu, it's only going to give us the console inputs. Now we're going to remap W to left stick up, which is forward. When you hit a remap, you're going to see this little box. We strongly recommend you unmap the button to mute its native behavior. Should we unmap it now? In case you need all keys back, use Control-Alt-Delete shortcut to turn remap off. Now the top part really isn't that important. The bottom part though is. That is the most important thing. You need to remember this. Write it down or just keep it in your brain. When we eventually activate reWASD, you will lose all control within Windows considering your mouse and keyboard. Windows will no longer listen to your mouse and keyboard, and in order to get that control back, hit Control-Delete. It's going to disable reWASD and give you your control within Windows back. So keep that in mind. I'm going to quickly hit that or else this box is going to keep reappearing every time we do a remap. There we go. Hit add again. I'm going to use A for left, there we go, and then hit add, hit S for left stick down, and then hit D for left stick right. So basically W is up, A is left, S is down, and D is right. WASD. And now just keep adding all the inputs on your keyboard that you want to function as a input on the controllers. For instance, I want space to be A. I want R to be reload, which is X, and all that stuff. You know, just go ahead and remap all the buttons on your keyboard that you want a specific function for. Now, meanwhile, I'm going to move over to the mouse. This right here, this is a little different. This is a little different. We want to use our mouse to look around, and looking around on Xbox in Vigor is the right thumbstick. Now, in order to set that up, click on the icon right here, and this menu will pop up. Now, you can see all of these functions are locked, and unfortunately, reWASD is not for free. Now, advanced mapping only costs €6, and let me quickly check what that is in dollars. Euro to dollar, €6 is it's $7. So $7 for advanced key mapping or advanced mapping, or if you want a full license, which is going to give you a lot more, like rapid fire, which doesn't work in Vigor. Again, I'm going to come back to that later in the video. Combos, again, doesn't work in Vigor. I'm going to get back to that. You can go ahead and go for a license, click buy now, and you will be redirected into the store of reWASD. It's €20, less than $23 for the complete license. It's a lifetime license, so $23 will get you a free lifetime license, and you have full access to reWASD. I already bought a license, so I'm going to quickly put that in, and I'm not going to show you. There we go. And then click activate, and there we go. It is fully licensed right now. It is fully unlocked, and now we can select the right stick. So now our mouse will be the same as the right stick. And here we can select our different keybinds as well. The left click is usually shoot in most video games on PC, so I'm going to rebind that to the right trigger, and the left mouse click is usually aim, so I'm going to use that as the left trigger, and so forth and so forth. Go ahead and set up your keybinds right here, and I'm going to do the same. All right, I am all done selecting my keybinds. I'm going to quickly scroll through it, because if I have to talk about what button does what, we're going to be here for a long time, and none of us want that, so yeah. There you go, that's everything for the keyboard, and now for the mouse. There you go. If you want, you can copy all of that. But there's one thing that we definitely need to talk about. When you click on this little icon again, you're gonna see this menu pop up. Click Advanced, and then this screen will pop up. Now this will determine how smooth your mouse will work within Vigor. And even with reWASD, the mouse movement in Vigor is janky as hell. It is really bad. When you first open this up, it's gonna be on default, which is atrocious. All of these values are different. And you can of course change it. There's a delay. Well, that is just god awful. Never, never, ever go for delay. Aggressive is really snappy. It's really difficult to get a smooth mouse movement with the aggressive preset. Instant is pretty, it's pretty okay, but still a little too snappy for my liking. Smooth adds just a ton of delay and it's like moving on slippery ice, so don't go for smooth. I came up with my own custom curvature and this works so well. Along with all of these values, it works so well. I'm still working on it, but the way I got it set up right now, it's like I'm playing on a controller. So here you go. Here are all the values. So you can just go ahead and copy that. And of course you can copy all of this. I'm gonna quickly show you what all of this is. And there you go. We're all done with mapping our controls. So the next thing to do is actually make a connection from Xbox Console Companion to the Xbox itself. Simply open up Xbox Console Companion or the software that the PlayStation uses. I'm not sure if Switch has any, but if Switch does have something, just go ahead and open that up. And then on Xbox Console Companion, go down to this little icon right here where it says connection. It's going to list your Xbox One. Obviously, turn it on at this point. Turn on your console at this point. I forgot to mention that. Turn it on, then Xbox Console Companion will find your Xbox. It works on Xbox One, One S, One X, the Series S, the Series X, and for PlayStation, it works with the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. I'm not sure about Switch. Now, when your Xbox has been found, simply click it, it's going to connect, and then hit stream. Now, when you are successfully connected, you're going to see this little box right here. There are no controllers attached to this PC. That is completely true, because I got my controller right here. There are no cables, so simply hit continue. I already loaded Vigor up just to speed up the process, but at this point you might want to load up Vigor. Just use your controller for that. It's fine. And the most annoying part about Xbox Console Companion is that it opens it in full screen mode. So if you go with your cursor all the way up to the top, it's going to show these little icons. So I'm going to quickly do that. But then go back to reWASD. I'm going to do this real quick. Now, in order for all of this to work, we're going to need to hit apply, but don't do it just yet. We need to change one setting within Windows itself. And that is the setting for the right click on the mouse. For some reason, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to turn that off, right click disables reWASD. I don't know why. I don't know why it does that, but it does. So we're going to need to disable our right click within Windows. Now, don't worry, you're not going to break anything. This is 100% completely safe as long as you're smart about it. Simply go down to where it says type here to search and search group. You're going to see edit group policy. Click that. This little window is going to pop open. I'm gonna expand that just a little bit, and there you go. Yeah, there we go. Now click administrative templates, click all settings, and then I'm gonna sort it by alphabetical order. I'm gonna click randomly and then type remove. And you're gonna see a lot of options with remove, but we need to look for remove File Explorer's default context menu. This is the only thing that we're gonna change. Do not touch anything else except for remove File Explorer's default context menu. Double click and then change the value from not configured to enabled. Hit apply, okay, and now your right click will be disabled within Windows, not in this screen for some reason, not in this window for some reason. I don't know why Windows is weird, but now we can use our right click. I'm gonna move this to the side. I'm gonna minimize it, get it out of there. All right, now we can hit apply. You're gonna hear a little ding ding ding. These two things are gonna pop up. These two pop-ups. You're gonna see a little tiny overlay screen right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's right here. When you see the screen, that means reWASD is activated and you will no longer have full control of your keyboard within Windows. And that applies to when you shut down your computer and then start it back up again. reWASD will always be active. In order to gain full control over your keyboard, you're gonna have to use Control Delete, and that will disable reWASD. reWASD and give you full control of your keyboard again. So just keep that in mind. Within reWASD, you're going to see, you're going to apply the config, blah, 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 get your mouse back, press and hold left Windows key. I mean, that's perfectly fine. We're not going to use Windows right now, so see, I can't click it. I can't click. You have to press and hold the left Windows key. See, I'm clicking it. You can hear me clicking it. You need to hit the left Windows key. This little pop-up is going to show up, and then you can click it and then click OK. And then when you let go, fucking thing pops up. Now, when you click on Xbox Console Companion, it's not going to do a whole lot right now. You need to hit a certain key combination in order to make everything work. There's a lot of key combinations with this program, but trust me, it's worth it. In order to finally make it work, hit left control, left Windows key, and both of your mouse buttons, and then hit my keybind for A is space, so I just hit space, and there you go. There it is. We are now using the mouse and keyboard on Vigor, and it is a thing of beauty. This works so well, you have no idea. When I shoot, that is great. You can do everything. You can do absolutely everything. Just look how fast the M16 is shooting. That is crazy. Absolutely insane. I love it. But as you can see on the screen, it looks a little janky now, doesn't it? That is because of two reasons. First of all, Xbox Console Companion has a 0.5 delay for the image, not for the controls. Your controls are perfectly fine. They are instantaneous, but the screen, the image is on a 0.5 delay, and there's no way you can change that. That's just Xbox Console Companion. The second reason is all of these controls are, for some reason, janky within your shelter. Now, that is only for your shelter. Encounters are perfectly fine. It works as smooth as butter. It is absolutely fine, but the shelter is a little janky. So just, keep that in mind. In order to fix the jankiness, we can actually just switch inputs on our monitor to the Xbox, and it will be completely fine. So let me just do some tweaking within OBS, and then let me switch my my thing real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, here we go. See, that is a lot better. It's a lot smoother. It's still a little bit janky, but that's because we're in the shelter. I'm going to show you an encounter here in a second. I just want to talk about reWASD for just a little bit longer, but just to show you that everything is working, here you go. That is working. You are now using mouse and keyboard in Vigor. Congratulations. All right, I switched inputs again. In order to get out of Console Companion, gain full control of your computer again, hit Control Alt and Delete, and then you can use your computer as normal. Now, there are a few little details I want to talk about. As said before, when you are configuring your keybinds, you're going to see turbo and toggle, and that is if you bought the full license. You're going to see turbo and toggle. Let's talk about toggle real quick. Toggle is literally a toggle. Say jump, for instance. You put jump on a toggle, and that'll mean when you hit the spacebar, it's going to go down and it's going to stay there. Unless you hit spacebar again, then the software is going to register it as like another keystroke, and it's going to go back up again. How it usually works is when you hit spacebar, it goes down and then back up. But with toggle on, it's going to go down and it's going to stay there. Unless you hit it again, it's going to go back up. I'm not sure why you want to use toggle for Vigor. I don't use it. I think it's really unnecessary. There's no benefit to it at all. So just, don't hit toggle. Key combo is another thing that doesn't work within Vigor. Basically, what that does is it gives you a little screen. You can tell reWASD, hey, if I hit the A key, I want to fire my gun, I want to crouch, and I want to do something else. Vigor doesn't work like this. It won't register all buttons at the same time. And this will configure all of these buttons to be hit at the exact same time. It doesn't work in Vigor. So unfortunately, this is completely useless as well. Now going to turbo. Turbo is literally just spam clicking. Spam clicking does not work with Vigor. How Vigor works is it listens to a input coming from your controller, and all those inputs lasts a certain amount of time, and when that certain amount of time has passed, it's going to listen to the next input. Spam clicking won't work with that rule, and that is just something that is baked into the game, and there is no way around it, at least not to my knowledge. It won't work with reWASD. So you can buy the full license, but it won't give you any benefit within Vigor. You could probably use it within other games, but I don't play other games on Xbox other than Vigor. I use my PC for other games, and there are tons of other programs for all of that. But if you play other games on Xbox, that might work for you. I'm not sure. So those are just a few little things I wanted to touch on. I'm going to reposition my camera so you guys can see my mouse and keyboard, and I'm going to show you what an actual game looks like using reWASD while playing a mouse and keyboard. Alright, so here we are. I changed my camera angle. As you can see, I'm using my main keyboard and I'm using the mouse. Remember when I used a different keyboard and mouse in that one video? Well, this is basically proof that you can use any mouse and keyboard with this method. Anyway, let's just set up a little loadout. I got my loadout ready, apparently. Alright, that's great. So, we're gonna start off with Kirsten. Might as well. By the way, if you use dual monitor setup like I am, you're gonna see your mouse cursor move all the way across your screens, but don't worry, it's not going to do anything because, you know, Windows is not listening to your mouse and keyboard right now. All right, now this is still a little bit wonky. You got to use your WASD keys to move your cursor around and then the mouse to zoom in and out. I haven't found a way to make like a hotkey to switch that, but I will at some point. So yeah, we're playing Vigor on mouse and keyboard. Look how smooth this is. Look at that. Just look how smooth. Now my sensitivity is a little low, but that's just my own preference. Right, there is one other thing that I really need to talk about. That is if we hit start, which is T for me, go down to options, make sure that all your controls are default. The only thing you can change is your sensitivity. I put Y and X all the way up at 100 and then all of the different sensitivities on 15, because not only are we using the sensitivity within Vigor, we're also using the sensitivity within reWASD, along with every other advanced settings like dead zones and all that stuff. So make sure it's on default, and then only change the sensitivities to, you know, where it's comfortable for you. Very, very important. I still can't fucking jump wooden fences, huh? Something about wooden fences and me, we just don't go together very well. Here we go. We got an interactable. There we go. Yes. And open a door with X, or in my case E. I can switch shoulders by hitting this little button right here. Obviously, I can switch guns if I had another gun by scrolling down. And then when I aim and scroll up, I'm going to zoom in and then scroll up again to zoom out again. There's a guy at signals, which is at the end of this dam. Oh, come on. Why you gotta do me dirty like this? Why you gotta do me dirty like this? Is there someone behind me? Okay, there's a fake glint on the thing. This guy's probably like in a truck or something, right? If I was him and I was camping signals, I would be in the truck. I know where that is. As you can see, like from my previous video, this is a lot better. I can actually play the game comfortably. Comfortably. I can play the game. That's what I'm trying to say. There you are. I see you. I see you. Oh, God. Oh, my... What? He shot me through the car. Why are you not dead? Why is everyone using machine guns these days? Like, what the hell is going on? All right. That was unfortunate. Again, I'm not the best with this yet. I still have a lot to learn when it comes to playing Vigor on mouse and keyboard. It is really, really difficult at first, but I'll get better as time moves on. All right, one more. Let's see if we can actually get a kill this time. If I can get a kill while playing on mouse and keyboard, I'll be happy. All right, here we go. Spawn in the same location, which is great. I really gotta change this. I'll figure it out at some point. Brought an A1. Might do me a little bit good. Maybe not. I don't know. But despite me being absolute dog shit on mouse and keyboard in Vigor, this is really smooth. This is the way to do it. Now that I got a moment, I am currently, yes, I'm just gonna say this out loud. I am trying to figure out how to use like cheat software, because at some point, you know, at the end of the day, that's what we're all going for, right? Trying to use cheat software for Vigor. I am doing some research on how to do that stuff, but I haven't found anything yet. Traditional cheat software doesn't seem to work. I did try. I did try. When I find out, I will make a video about it, and I will tell you guys. So you better adopt this this method as soon as possible, because I will figure it out. I mean, at this point, I'm just trying everything to get myself banned. You know, how far can I push the limits before I get banned? Oh, I can move it over here. That's great. And I can already hear those fucking keyboard warriors going or full rage mode in the comments. They're going, oh, you fucking cheater, blah, blah. I mean, everyone wants to see if it's possible. And no one else is gonna do it, so it might as well be me, right? I mean, I haven't seen anyone else make videos about using mouse and keyboard on Vigor yet, or do anything that is not technically allowed in Vigor. Should we go for him? Yes, yes, we're gonna go for the guy. We're gonna kill the threat on mouse and keyboard. Let's do it. Oh boy. Oh boy, I did not mean to do that. I think that's the threat. come on. I might have to increase my sensitivity for third-person aiming a little bit. But you know, I'm still tweaking the settings. Okay, well, he knows where I am. Come on, come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, I have to increase the sensitivity. Well, all right, that's going to be fine. I showed you how it works. I'm not really good on mouse and keyboard yet. It is still a little janky, but you know, it is what it is. Well, I hope you enjoyed my awesome performance right there. But nonetheless, mouse and keyboard works flawlessly using this method, and I'll get better over time. From now on, every single Vigor video you're going to see is me playing a mouse and keyboard. So I'll get better over time. Now, as a closure, say you're done playing Vigor or playing your game and you just want to shut it all down. So to get out of the game, hit Control-Alt-Delete. It will disconnect. See, there it is. It'll disconnect. It will turn off reWASD. Let me just grab that real quick. There you go. And we need to re-enable the right mouse click. Let me grab the settings again. There we go. We still have it highlighted. Now, in order to reactivate your right mouse click, just hit the value on not configured, hit apply, and there you go. It is now restored. You can now use your mouse the way it should. Just close out of that, close out of that. Again, even though we closed out of reWASD, if you look in the system tray, it is still running. If we close down console companion, you can see it is still activated in the background. I mean, you can, however, just exit out of it right here. Got that. And eventually it'll completely shut off and it won't activate again unless you manually start it. So there it is, a complete tutorial, run through, preview, demonstration, however you want to call it, on how to use mouse and keyboard properly on Vigor. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to start using mouse and keyboard from now on. I certainly am. And again, I will look into using like cheat software and everything because we all want to know if it works, right? We all want to see it work. We all want to see this game burned out to the ground. Oh, wait. No, that's just me. But anyway, I want to thank all of you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, maybe even subscribe. And I wish you all the best of everything for today, the future, and every single day ever. I'll see you next time.